Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. Jaime Munguia is now being trained by the legendary Hall of Fame trainer Erik Morales. And yes, that is a great and fantastic move. Let's just break it down. According to ESPN Deportes, Erik Morales has, went to Tijuana to train and work with Jaime Munguia to, sharpen his skill sets and his tools. And, this is on the back of, Jaime Munguia's most recent fight against Dennis Hogan, which a lot of people felt like he robbed Dennis Hogan. I thought the fight was much closer than what people were trying to say it was. And I think it was a very interesting and telling fight. It shows a lot of Jaime Munguia's flaws, such as not being able to cut off the ring and his lackluster defense at times. So these are things that Jaime Munguia vastly needs to improve on. So working with a Hall of Famer like Erik Morales to tighten up your game is exactly what Jaime Munguia needs to do. And this is exactly what I stated Jaime Munguia should do to get to the top level of boxing. Now let's take a look at Erik Morales. Erik Morales is a Hall of Famer. Erik Morales is the first Mexican-born fighter to win 4 titles in separate weight classes. So that's a huge accomplishment. So he's getting experience and advice from, a Hall of Famer, a guy who's done it in multiple weight classes. Jaime Munguia is eventually going to have to move up to 160. So he needs someone with that type of experience, with that type of, knowledge and know-how that's been around the game for this long to be able to impart on him. And, Jaime Munguia needs defensive tightening. He needs to be able to cut off the ring. These are things that he needs to tighten up on, his most glaring deficiencies. And Jaime Munguia, just because he had a bad fight against Dennis Hogan doesn't mean that all hope is lost, or that he's a scrub or anything like that. Because if you look at Jaime Munguia is 33-0 with 26 knockouts. He's a very, very strong fighter. Jaime Munguia is only 22 years old and he stands at 6 foot tall. So the fact that he's so young, the fact that he's so green, but he already has the power and the pop and is already a world champion shows a lot. Jaime Munguia has the physical and abilities and to be able to be a top level fighter one day, because look at the dimensions. He's over 6 feet tall, he's very strong, has the pop, is rangy, and he has a lot of abilities. He has a lot of natural given gifts that if it's applied in the right ways, he could be a very special and maybe even elite fighter one day. But he needs to fine-tune his game. He needs to get to the point where his defense is on par and he's not getting hit square on the chin by a lot of shots. If he can tighten up his defense and if he can learn to cut off the ring, he's going to be a very hard man for anyone to beat. Jaime Munguia has a lot of power and pop. He needs to stop loading up on shots. Jaime Munguia tends to load up on every shot as a power shot. You can't do that. It'll wear you down. You got to get, the opponent off balance, so he's not expecting the hard shot after 2 consistent straight jabs. You hit him with a hard right hand. You have to mix up the game plan and you have to vary. And a Hall of Famer and a veteran like Erik Morales is just the guy to bring in to do that. These are the type of things Jaime Munguia needs to get to the next level of boxing. Once again, he's only 22 years old, so Jaime Munguia is going to get there, and I believe that these are the steps that a young, mature fighter needs to do and needs to take to get to the next level of boxing, and Jaime Munguia has already taken those steps. Once again, Unbiased as always, it's the IBFP. Please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.